Congressional approval is usually needed, and Democrats are pushing back. NTD's Melina Weisskopf reports.
National Guard troops are posted here outside of Washington, D.C.'s Union Station within walking distance of the nation's capital. A man was arrested earlier this morning, though at this point it's unclear exactly why he was detained. I've spoken to a couple of locals as well as tourists who have mixed reactions about President Trump's federal takeover of the police force here in D.C.
Kids got to see this. Why is this? Why is that? So you got to explain and teach them, well, hey, you ain't did nothing but just the possibility of us getting up, waking up in the morning. They may say something to me or whoever.
Yeah, things are out of control, and I think it helps.
It's not about the cops, the guards. It's nothing like that. We need, as a people, we need to do the right things, and we can live better if we do the right things.
Last night there was a vehicle security checkpoint set up at 14th Street Northwest, which is a very busy area here in Washington, D.C. And there were protesters lining the streets trying to get vehicles to turn away from that security checkpoint. Take a look at that protest.
So we're trying to get people to turn left so that nobody drives down this street and doesn't have to be wrongfully detained.
More than 300 vehicles passed through that checkpoint. Around 30 were stopped. One driver was arrested for having no permit and counterfeit tags. This is all part of President Trump's efforts to crack down on crime here in the nation's capital. And tactics like this could become more of the norm here in Washington, D.C. At least for the next month or so. President Trump is trying to extend this law enforcement presence past the 30-day period that he's authorized to invoke federal law enforcement presence here in the nation's capital. Now, he's also asking Congress for a small amount of money to, in his words, fix up the nation's capital. This is to address aesthetic issues like fixing potholes and roads. He's also asking lawmakers to write up a crime bill that will initially apply to D.C., but the Trump administration wants to use that as a blueprint to address crime in other cities across the nation.
We're going to use it as a very positive example. And we're going to be asking for extensions on that, long-term extensions.
But Democrats are already pushing back on this effort. For example, you see Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, who said that there is no way Democrats in the Senate will support bills like this once they are introduced in Congress. Anticipating this Democrat pushback, Trump says that he's prepared to declare a national emergency if needed to skirt Congress's approval. Reporting from Washington, D.C., Melina Weisskopf, NTD News.
Coming up, President Trump is set to meet with Russian President